Why is the current generation so hesitant with getting into marriage?
Nowadays, people are really not that serious. I mean, like they would say, Poch is not for relationships. We tend to focus quite a lot on...
Right, welcome back to the show. As we promised, we're going to have one of a well-known, should I say, all your accolades, or should I sum it up?
I mean, feel free,
Okay.
Tell the people.
I'm with one of the most popular people in the Northwest University, a Billboard girl. She's the one on social media. The following is insane. She's very bright, academically as well. There's a lot to say about her, but I wouldn't want to waste your time. Before she introduces herself, the question for today is, why is the current generation so hesitant with getting into marriage? But before that, let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone. I'm Curlytass, as Sharks has said or introduced me. And yeah, I'm the girl with the curls, guys. So please do feel free to follow me and stay tuned.
Great. So moving right into business, we're having a problem currently with the people from, say, roughly from 23 going forth. People are not getting married anymore compared to back in the days where a person could get married at 21 and then they'll be settled for the rest of their lives. What do you think is the problem currently with our generation in terms of getting married?
Well, firstly, I would say, like I said, sorry, we there's a male and a female perspective on, different, I don't want to say issues, but let's say issues or situations. So firstly, I would say, from a female's perspective, especially since I'm turning like 23 this year, I'd say we tend to focus quite a lot on what society has to say, and sometimes, for example, like one of the things would be, society would say if a guy doesn't text you first, he's not interested, or if he hasn't texted you for like 3 days, those guys ghosting you. So we tend to focus quite a lot on what society has to say, which kind of plays a big impact on how we take things forward while we're getting to know someone, and sometimes as soon as you see a red flag, I mean, the best thing to do is to, let things go. But sometimes, give the person a bit of benefit of the doubt, but yeah, I would say that. And obviously, based on our parents, our parents' experiences on marriage and grandparents as well, you would see like, marriage probably didn't go well there. So you would probably try to avoid, marriage, especially with our age. And nowadays, people are really not that serious. I mean, like they would say, Poch is not for relationships. So if you from Poch or you in Poch, if you think you're going to have a relationship that's going to last long, I don't know, what are you looking for? So like they say, Poch is not for relationship, but for groove and for fun. So
okay.
yeah.
Well, there's a counter statement. I normally have these Majita Mondays with gents. We just pull up, have our drinks, and then we just discuss, And one of the common arguments that the gents have is that the quality of women there is now compared to the quality of women there was back then is not the same because of the transitions that women are going through now. Your 50-50s, your independence, your career before this and that. So a lot of men do not know their position in terms of sensual relationships. Do you think men are given enough opportunity to find themselves in y'all's discovery, or is just a thing of you guys are going to do what you want to do and then we'll just have to pick up? What do you think the situation is right there?
I mean, obviously, nowadays, success is a big thing, and if a person's not really successful, sometimes some people are not willing to give someone the chance because they feel like, what, I'm there and he's here, or she's here and I'm there. And it's a thing where people, put that first, which I mean is a good thing, but at the same time, sometimes you need someone to grow with. And like you said, nowadays it's all about 50-50 and stuff, which I don't want to say is true. Let's just say as a student, you out here, you getting NSFAS. You're not even getting a lot. Okay, let me speak actually from a gent's perspective. I'm not a gent, but let's just say you a gent, you getting NSFAS. I mean, you're not getting a lot. Now, you must come and spend all your money on a girl, man. I mean, like they would say, if he wanted to, he would. But at the same time, guys, let's think about another student that also needs to buy food and, electricity and, other expenses that he has throughout the month. So, shop the 50-50 will come in hand, and it's a good thing, let's help each other halfway, meet each other halfway. But sometimes, sorry, what do I want to say now? But yes, with the males, I would say like, sometimes male do need a female to help them grow. You need that, they would say women mature or develop more faster than male. So we could be like, you know what, you need to start like focusing on your goals and stuff and stop going out every weekend. If you think this is what you want to achieve within like 5 years, do you think going every weekend out to groove is going to help you? So you need like maybe, let's just say, a girl. And not necessarily a girl, but like, someone to help you grow. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you can discover yourself while being in a relationship. Sometimes it's not good, maybe discover yourself first, then find someone else.
Interesting. You mentioned two important things. Not in your own words, but I picked up compromise, right? And understanding of one's situation, right? However, the common trait currently is, I'm just going to put it in layman's terms. If I bump into you, like you said, going out, I bump into you at the club, and I cannot buy you a simple brandy special or whatever the case may be, or six-pack or whatever the case may be, automatically to you, I'm a red flag. Because if I'm going to be with you, I'm supposed to be able to cater for you without you thinking of the fact that the things that I have to contribute to financially or whatever the case may be, and what I want from you is genuinely just love, So I think the discovery part of females, 50-50 independence, financial status and everything, became a contradiction to the love part of the relationship. But let me hear from you. Do you think I'm correct or am I reaching?
I mean, it is interesting, but I don't want to say I have no comment, but yeah, I haven't actually given like much thought about it.
Okay. Well, take your time. Take your time. Still have a couple of things I'm going to ask you. But before we go through the other questions, let's just take a mini break while you gather up your notes, and then we'll take it from there. From us in the studio, catch you after the break. Okay. Well, the question is the compromise part. It's a bit contradictory in a sense that, like I made an example. If I really like you and I'm at the club, I just met you, but I cannot afford to buy you what you need at the club, automatically it's a red flag. And chances of me getting your attention are narrowed down to what? 0, because there's ballers in the club and everything. So don't you think in that essence, a woman doesn't really compromise, and hence there's a conflict of your statement earlier on compared to the reality of things?
I mean, facts, it comes down to, first impression is a big thing. And I would say, obviously, like I said, first impression. So if I ask you maybe for something, sometimes some people like to test another person to see, can this person actually not like provide for me, but will he be able to, take care of me? Or, like if I ask for something, will he be able to say yes? I mean, not that a person should say yes every time, but so I'll be like, okay, can you please buy me? And next thing someone's even saying the most expensive drink, but okay, testing. But anyways, if he says no, he can't, I mean, I don't want to not have to ask him like, okay, but why? Because next thing he doesn't want to tell me his finance situation. But it would be nice to know, okay, but why don't you want to buy me what I'm asking for? Like that way I can maybe know like, okay, yeah, this guy probably won't be able to take me out on dates or something. Guys, please don't attack me for this because I'm not speaking on my perspective. But like in general, some girls will be like, you can't even buy me this. So will you be able to take me out on dates? Like, what if I want to go to like Feather Hills or like to Pyramid or something? But he cannot even buy me a drink in the club. Like, will you be able to pay for my dinner, for my lunch? So, I mean, yes, like you said, compromising is now something that we threw but a bit away, for a moment. But sometimes you need to test the waters and see.
Okay. Well, with that statement, it takes us back to the other statement that you gave earlier on. I mentioned something about 50-50 and the dimensions of how women are changing. So in that moment, right, we at wherever we are. It doesn't even have to be a club, maybe a restaurant or whatever, where we meet, right? Financially, I cannot at the moment buy you whatever it is that you want, or call it a tester to see if I can. At that moment, I cannot. So the 50-50 part, how can we take that and put it into that situation where now the relationship works in both ways? Would it be fair to say, you know what, I can't at the moment. Can you cover this? I'll sort it out later on when I'm good. Or is it going to be a turn off for you? And then my chances of getting your attention are going to be literally sketched out.
Okay, well, firstly, like, to confirm, are we in a relationship, or this is still the first time you meet me?
This is the first time I'm meeting you. I've been eyeing you and all of that.
Yeah, nah, that's interesting because now, sorry,
Say your truth, girl. Say your truth.
okay, I just can, I don't think it was basically, I thought it my mom. Sorry, next thing and I'm then we leave now, transport lady's coming, but okay, sorry, and action. I would say, like, yeah, that's a difficult situation as well. I mean, it also depends. Am I a student? Am I working? I mean, okay, you mentioned, it's 23 years upwards. So some people are still students, some are already working. And let's just say I'm dating now someone that's not working. Okay, yeah, maybe I can like try to meet the person halfway, even though, if I had to tell my bestie that, she'll say, girl, what are you doing? Like, like, are you that desperate for love? Like, leave this guy. You will find someone that can pay your lunch or your dinner without even having to ask you to, like, help him halfway. I mean, yeah, and it comes down to, are you like the type of people you want to also date. Some people are attractive to like younger people, which is not a problem. And some are attractive to older people, because they like being, I don't want to say spoiled, but, provided for. And, it's people thinking long term. But anyways.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would say in that situation, I won't say, sorry, I can't pay for your lunch, or dinner. I'll pay for it, but moving forward, I'll probably be like, yeah, I don't think I can actually, continue getting to know this guy because we're clearly not on the same length. I'm probably working and, he's not. I mean, even though it's not really a problem, but at the same time, it would be nice, Yeah.
Well, that begs the question going forth. The concept of 50-50 in a relationship, as far as I understand it, is if I'm down, you pull me up. If you're down, I pull you up. But in these days, well, social media, like you said, society and everything, there's this phrase where it goes like, when I'm speaking to my girl, I'm like, my money is our money, but your money is yours. It's a simple concept, but I want to understand the 50-50 part in a relationship. If we cut out the finances from it, what does that mean to you as a woman coming to me and say, in this relationship, we're going to be 50-50? Now let's excuse the finances in the relationship.
So I'm speaking like from my perspective.
Yes, from your
And I'm saying that my money is my money, but your money is also my money after you paid the expenses.
Can you repeat that again?
Like, no, well, like to confirm, my money is my money, but your money is also still my money after you pay the expenses.
Yes. So I want to understand, how do you women apply 50-50, well, responsibilities in a relationship, but let's leave out the money part? Or do all relationships these days consist of money? Is that where we're getting at because of society? Or is there a way where we can differentiate?
I mean, obviously, things are expensive nowadays. even if they do say, money makes a person happy, which is true, because one doesn't want to have to be every night, with this person, but you can't really focus on the love because you just stressed about, I need to pay this, I need to pay this, and so yeah, I would say, like, and I don't want to also bring in stereotype things and be like, what, men do earn more than women, because it's a lie. I mean, nowadays, sometimes women earn more than men, and yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say I feel sorry for the gent because now I'm also taking his money after I have my own money, but at the same time, they say men are the provider, so.
Noted.
So at the same time, even after he has already, covered the other expenses and there's still money left, but I still say that money's still our money. I don't know, I don't want to say, I say, women, we are quite expensive. I mean, our clothes, our hair, the things we love. Men is just haircut, sharp, some few jeans there. You guys don't need a lot of money. I mean, okay, maybe a few drinks. So, maybe if we go out for a date shop, you're going to need money to pay. Fine. But you guys don't need a lot of money.
Okay. Okay.
So why do you need so much money?
Okay. Well, I understand. From a guy's perspective, from my perspective, I'd say as a guy, we were taught naturally to be providers. It's in our DNA to just be a provider, right? So for us, giving your woman, not girls, your woman money is not necessarily a thing of one can complain about because that's how we were nurtured. Remember, most of us were raised by our mothers. So our mothers have taught us how to, treat the woman. But now if our relationship is going to be based off on what I can provide for you physically, it's going to be a problem if I cannot provide that because things happen. I might lose my job. I might not get the gigs. I might this and that, and I might be financially low. How do you look at me after that experience? Do you still see me as your favorite person in the world? Or does something change?
I mean, it wouldn't immediately change, I mean, it comes down to what are you going to do about the situation? Like, are you just going to sit there and accept that, what, at the moment you're not earning that much, or, there's not much gigs, this and that? Are you going to try and make a plan B, try to see, is there not something else that you can do to just help give your part? Do your part, or something. Because there's quite a lot of people that are so fast to accept, that's their situation. And at some point, as a partner, you get tired and you're like, I can't deal with this. Already, I have my own stress. Maybe we have children as well. I have the children to take care of. I need to make sure the food is ready, the house is clean, the clothes is clean. But at the same time, I must still think about, like, you who could also think about yourself at the same time, even though, now it's going to seem like, okay, why should I think about everyone and you can't only think, and you only thinking about yourself and the children, but not about me. But I'll say, I don't want to say, it comes down to the roles, because in the end, it's a 50-50 thing with roles, I mean, we should all do our part, in a relationship, in a household or whatever. So at first I will obviously, help you, try to, calm you down or like comfort you and stuff, and make sure, that you are in a good space. And then once you find and can get back on your feet, or, try to motivate you. Otherwise, if you're not going to do anything about it, angas.
Well, you heard it first. This conversation is very controversial. There's going to be so many more opinions, so many more conversations about it, this particular topic. I wanted to say what I've picked up from the lady, but I would be just gaslighting because I'll be speaking from a guy's perspective. But until next time.
What do you want to say, Tato? Do you want to say I like money? Is that what you want to say?
Well, I'm just going to say that the 50-50 depends on who's saying it. Let's just say it like that. The 50-50 from a woman's perspective is very different to the 50-50 from a man's perspective. But until next time, see you later.
And yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's all from us. But I also just want to say that if you guys think I like money, it's okay because everyone likes money, and I know I'm not the only one. You know, I'm not the only one, and you know that you also like money. So thank you. And in the end, guys, remember it's just our own opinion. Everyone has their own, so please do not judge and please do not attack. Thank you.
Shout out.